The vanishing of Maura Murray. Maura Murray was a bright 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She seemed to have everything going for her, a promising future, a loving family, and big dreams. But on February 9th, 2004, her life took a mysterious and sudden turn. She packed up her belongings, got into her car, and drove off without telling anyone where she was going. That was the last time she was seen, and her disappearance has puzzled investigators and true crime enthusiasts ever since. Earlier that day, Maura sent an email to her professors, informing them that she would be missing class for a week due to a family emergency. However, her family later confirmed that no such emergency existed. So why had Maura left so abruptly? In the days leading up to her disappearance, Maura had been dealing with personal struggles. She had recently crashed her father's car in an accident that left her feeling stressed, and there were reports that she had been upset over issues in her relationship with her boyfriend. Despite these challenges, no one could have imagined that Maura was about to vanish. After withdrawing around $280 from an ATM, Maura packed her car with some clothes, toiletries, and her textbooks. She printed out directions to a few destinations in Vermont and New Hampshire, though it's still unclear where she was planning to go. Without telling anyone, Maura hit the road. As she drove through the rural landscape of New Hampshire, Maura's car skidded off the road on Route 112, crashing into a snowbank. A passing motorist stopped to check on her and offered to call for help. Strangely, Maura declined, saying that she had already contacted roadside assistance, although no such call was ever made. Minutes later, when the police arrived at the scene, Maura was gone. Her car was locked with no sign of struggle, and her personal belongings, like a packed bag and an empty wine box, were left behind. But Maura herself had vanished without a trace. Investigators found no footprints in the snow leading away from the car, no signs of foul play, and no clues about where she might have gone. What followed was a massive search effort. Helicopters flew overhead, search dogs combed the woods, and volunteers scoured the area, but there was no sign of Maura. It was as if she had simply disappeared into thin air. Theories about Maura's disappearance quickly began to circulate. Some believed she had run away to start a new life, perhaps overwhelmed by her personal problems and academic pressures. Others suspected that she might have been abducted, or that she had met with foul play after walking away from her crashed car. Some even speculated that Maura had intentionally staged her disappearance. One of the most puzzling aspects of the case is the lack of solid evidence. Despite multiple searches, there have been no confirmed sightings of Maura, and no remains have ever been found. Over the years, people have come forward claiming to have seen her, but none of these leads have ever been substantiated. The case has been featured on numerous true crime shows, and amateur sleuths have dissected every detail, but no one has been able to solve the mystery. Maura's family has never given up hope. Her father, Fred Murray, has been relentless in his search for answers. He continues to believe that Maura was abducted, and he has made numerous public appeals for information. Despite the passage of time, Maura's case remains open, and her family holds out hope that one day the truth will come to light. Maura Murray's disappearance has captivated the true crime community for years. The combination of her sudden departure, the strange circumstances surrounding the car crash, and the complete lack of clues has made this case one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries in modern history. Every year, new theories and tips emerge, but none have brought us any closer to finding out what really happened to Maura Murray. What we do know is that on that cold February night in 2004, a young woman drove off into the unknown, leaving behind a trail of questions that remain unanswered to this day. Was Maura running from something? Did she plan her disappearance, or did she encounter something unexpected on that lonely road? As the years go by, the mystery deepens, but the search for Maura continues.